I'll go. Radio check. 1, 2, 3. And welcome back to a great afternoon of racing here at Lake Natoma. This is the grand final for the men's second Novice 8 in Lane 1, Oakland Strokes. Lane 2, Newport Aquatic Center. Lane 3, Marin. Lane 4, Los Gatos. Lane 5, Capital Crew. And Lane 6, NorCal. And right now, coming into that first place position, it will be Newport rowing out of Lane 2. They have 2 seats of open water over Oakland Strokes. Oakland Strokes sitting bow to stern over Marin. Top 3 boats here at 750 meters in. In 4th place, we'll move over to Lane 4. That's Los Gatos. They are sitting bow to stern over NorCal in Lane 6. NorCal sitting bow to stern over Capital. Capital rowing out of Lane 5. But it is Newport right now really opening up that lead already with a half a boat length of open water and not quite at the halfway point. It'll be Newport with 1,000 meters to go. They're bow first across that line, followed by Oakland Strokes. And then Oakland looking for a little bit of open water over Marin. And there they've got it. Just a couple inches of open water for Oakland over Marin. And Marin half a boat length of open water over Los Gatos. At 750 meters, we have Newport at 35 strokes a minute, pushing themselves just a little bit farther away from Oakland. Oakland in that second place position. We'll see if we can get a stroke rating on them, but it is Marin in third, taking back a little bit of Oakland's lead. So bow ball of the Marin boat sitting on the 7th seat of the Oakland Strokes boat. Oakland rowing at a slightly higher stroke rating, 36. Marin in third, back to them by about a length and a half of open water. Los Gatos continuing in 4th, but with NorCal challenging from that outside lane. NorCal in 5th, but just behind Los Gatos by a couple of seats. Capital continuing in 6th. Last 500 meters here, grand final for the men's second Novice 8. Newport leading from start to finish, followed by Oakland and then Marin. Rounding out the competition is going to be Los Gatos in 4th, NorCal in 5th, and Capital Crew in 6th.
We are watching the final few hundred meters of the men's second Novice 8 as Newport in lane 2 has open water over the rest of the field. Newport looks to be taking the win here. Oakland in lane 1 is battling it out with Marin in lane 3. Oakland has an advantage over Marin right now, but Newport will take the win here in the men's second Novice 8 final. Oakland and Marin are battling it out for silver right now. Oakland will take it. by about 2 or 3 seats over Marin. Marin takes bronze. Los Gatos and NorCal battling right now for that 4th and 5th position. Los Gatos 4th, NorCal 5th. Capital Crew in 6th place. Ladies and gentlemen, we're lining up for the women's second Novice 8 final. In lane 1, Newport. Oakland Strokes in lane 2. Marina Aquatic Center in lane 3. Marin in lane 4. Capital in lane 5. And Los Gatos in lane 6. This is the women's second Novice 8 final.
The grand final of the women's second Novice 8 just coming up to 500 meters in, and all boats have some overlap with each other, so pretty tightly packed here early on. But our early leader will come out of lane 2. That's Oakland Strokes. Oakland sitting in that lead position with just a couple of seats over Newport in lane 1. And then in the 3rd place position, we'll move over to lane 4. That will be Marin. So Marin sitting on the stern deck of the Newport boat. They already have a 1 boat length advantage over Marina Aquatic Center, rowing out of lane 3. And then Marina sitting bow to stern over Capital Crew, Capital in 5th, sitting a few seats above Los Gatos in lane 6. All boats now past 500 meters. .750 meters in, and Oakland extending their lead, looking for a bit of open water over Newport. They've got that stern deck sitting on the bow deck of the Newport boat. Oakland rowing at 35, Newport slightly higher at a 36. Newport sitting maybe 7 seats now over Marin. Marin bow to stern over Marina. So back to Marina by a little bit of open water. It's going to be Capital Crew in that 5th place position, bow to stern over Los Gatos. But now Marin on the move just before the 1,000-meter line, looking to pull even with Newport. Open water at the 1,000 for Oakland, but they are looking at Marin on the move. So Marin overtaking Newport for that 2nd place position. just by maybe a half a seat. Newport Coxon looking across her starboard side at that charging Marin boat, and it's going to go back and forth between Newport and Marin here in this third 500. Back to them by a little bit of open water. Marina continues in fourth, followed by Capital and then Los Gatos. But Oakland really taking charge here, showing great poise as they move through this third 500. Final 750 meters here, and Oakland continues to lead, half a boat length of open water for them. 37 strokes a minute, pretty high for a novice crew, so that is a testament to their level of fitness and confidence, getting the blades in the water with really nice timing. They are looking at a big push by Newport along the shoreline, and then Marin rowing right now at 34, so we know that they've got a high level of fitness, and they're probably waiting, just sitting there right behind Newport. Very aggressive rowing by these top three boats. Back to them by about a half a length of open water. Marina continues in fourth place. They are followed by Capital Crew, and then Los Gatos in sixth. Great race developing here between lane 4, Marin, and lane 1, Newport. Those two boats definitely in a medaling position, but right now, the question is, what color is it going to be? It is Oakland right now for the gold, followed by Marin and then Newport.
This is the final of the women's second Novice 8. Oakland Strokes in lane 2 is in the lead, followed by Marin in lane 4 and Newport in lane 1. Marin and Newport are battling it out. Newport trying to raise their stroke rate to catch up to Marin. Marina Aquatic Center currently sits in 4th, Capital in 5th, and Los Gatos in 6th. But Oakland Strokes is walking away with this race right now. Oakland Strokes looking very controlled here as they come into the last 50 meters of this race. Newport and Marin, though, battling it out for that silver medal position. Marin has advantage over Newport. Oakland will take the win here. Newport and Marin still battling it out. Newport sprinting. Newport. It's a photo finish. It looks like Marin may have beat out Newport. Official results will be posted online. Marina takes 4th. Capital is in 5th. And Los Gatos 6th. And we have a start for the men's Novice 8 final. In lane 1, Oakland Strokes. Pacific in lane 2. Los Gatos in lane 3. Newport in lane 4. Marin in lane 5. And Marina Aquatic Center in lane 6. the men's Novice 8 final, about 500 meters in the race right now. We'll turn it over to our announcers in the water for the race call.
The grand final of the men's Novice 8, just past 500 meters in with 6 boats racing on the course. Lots of overlap between bows. Right now, no clear leader. We have a couple of boats that are out in front, and it's going to go between Pacific, Newport, and Marin for that lead position. So Pacific, Newport, and Marin, bow balls are right across from each other. Final 3 positions are going to go to Oakland Strokes, Los Gatos, and Marina Aquatic Center. So right now, as we get to 750 meters in, it's going to be Marin with just a slight lead over Newport, just by maybe about a seat. And then going into that 3rd place position, it will be Pacific. Boats shaking out a little bit here, really coming into their base rate. We've got Marin at a 38. Newport at a 38, and it is Marin and Newport just pushing themselves away now, just below the 1,000-meter line. So Marin looking to have a 6-seat lead over Newport. Newport sitting 3 seats over Pacific. Now back to them by 1 full boat length. It's going to be Los Gatos in that 4th place position, but really, really close to Oakland Strokes. Oakland sitting 7 seats over Marina Aquatic Center. 1,000 meters to go. Men's Novice 8. And while Marin still is holding on to that 7-seat lead, Pacific has pushed themselves into that 2nd place position, now sitting 2 seats above Newport. Oakland Strokes in lane 1 also on the move. So Oakland still in 4th, but now pushing themselves past Los Gatos by 6 seats. Marina continuing in 6th, down to Los Gatos, bow to stern. What a race here between Pacific and Newport. Marin still on the lead, holding on 6 seats over Pacific and Newport. Final 750 meters, Marin now just by 4 seats over Pacific. The coxswain must have set something in that Pacific boat, because those guys just took a quick little glance over their starboard side and they just busted out an amazing 10. They are looking to pull even with Marin. Newport coming back into that 3rd place spot. A little bit of open water for them over Oakland. Oakland in 4th, sitting 2 seats over Los Gatos. Los Gatos right now in 5th. 1 seat of open water over Marina in 6th. Final 500 meters for the men's Novice 8. We'll turn it over to the spectator area for the final race call.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final of the men's Novice 8. You're looking at your future varsity rowers in the coming seasons. It looks to be a battle right now between Marin, Pacific, and Newport. Marin and Pacific, it's going to come down to the line as they sprint for the finish here. They are coming into their last 250 as they enter the spectator area. Marin in lane 5, Pacific in lane 2. Pacific is making moves here. Marin in lane 5, Pacific lane 2. Marin still has a slight advantage over Pacific. Newport in that 3rd place position. Pacific has raised their stroke rate coming in these last few strokes. Newport's ahead of Pacific. Newport takes the win over, Marin takes the win over Pacific. Newport takes 3rd. This is an official announcement from the referees. The Good Sportsmanship Award of the Southwest Junior Regional Championships goes to Casitas. Casitas will win the Good Sportsmanship Award for the Southwest Junior Regional Championship.
We have had a start in the grand final for the women's double. In lane 1, Redwood Scullers. Lane 2, Long Beach Junior Crew. Lane 3, California Yacht Club. Lane 4, Tempe Juniors. Lane 5, Upper Natoma Rowing Club. Lane 6, Artemis. And Lane 7, San Diego. And as we saw in the heats earlier today, Long Beach posting really fast times and really showing a good level of composure, maturity, and just really making a statement right now. They already have open water over the remaining boats. So Long Beach out of lane 2 with a full length of open water over both Redwood Scullers in lane 1 and California Yacht Club in lane 3. California Yacht Club in 3rd, but sitting pretty close to Redwood Scullers in that 2nd place position. Back to California Yacht Club by a bit of open water. It's going to be lane 6, Artemis, and then Artemis sitting just in front of San Diego. San Diego rowing out of lane 7. In that 6th place position, we're going to move back to the inside. That will be Upper Natoma Rowing Club, sitting bow to stern over Tempe Juniors. Tempe Juniors in 7th. But it is the ladies from Long Beach right now with a very commanding lead, about a length and a half of open water early on, not quite at 750 meters in. California Yacht Club moving into that 2nd position, pushing themselves bow to stern over Redwood Scullers. And now Artemis on the move. Artemis moving into that 4th place position, overtaking San Diego for that spot. So San Diego slipping back to 5th. Long Beach continues to push themselves away as we approach the 1,000-meter line. California Yacht Club as well in that 2nd place position. They have a bit of open water over Redwood Scullers. Artemis sitting behind Redwood Scullers by a little bit of open water in that 4th place spot, but with San Diego right there off of their stern. So San Diego and Artemis super close to each other, separating just maybe by a foot or so. And there goes San Diego. San Diego now taking over that 4th place position from Artemis and moving up to challenge Redwood Scullers. 6th place belongs to Upper Natoma. 7th place, Tempe Juniors. But the real race right now is going to go in those outside lanes, lanes 1 and 7, Redwood Scullers and San Diego. Long Beach by themselves up front. California Yacht Club with a good amount of open water on either side of them. But now Redwood Scullers, a very savvy crew, they looked over that starboard side and they saw that big push by San Diego, and they took a little bit of a bump up, pushing themselves back into that 3rd place position. Tremendous power and boat run coming out of that Long Beach boat. They look like they're really understroking everyone here, probably by a couple of beats. They're getting so much boat run, it really makes this look effortless. 750 meters to go for Long Beach. 2 lengths of open water for them over Cal Yacht Club. California Yacht Club with just about 2 seats maybe over Redwood Scullers, but with San Diego still right there. They could threaten to take away one of these medals from one of these crews, so keep your eye on lane 7. Artemis in 5th, Tempe or Upper Natoma in 6th, and then Tempe Juniors in 7th. Coming into the final 500 meters, it is Long Beach rowing at a 33, very conservative, and let's see them take that up in this final 500 for them. A wonderful finish as they come into the spectator area. California Yacht Club also at a 33. They'll be followed by Redwood Scullers along the shoreline, and then San Diego, Artemis, Upper Natoma, and then Tempe Juniors.
We are watching the final of the women's double as Long Beach in lane 2 is ahead of the field, followed by California Yacht in lane 2. In lane 3, looks like Long Beach is leading the way and will take this race, followed by California Yacht. Redwood Scullers are picking up their sprint now, and they secure that third and final podium position over San Diego in lane 7. Artemis will take 5th, followed by Upper Natoma, 6th place. And Tempe Junior currently sitting in 7th place. We are currently lining up for the men's Open 4 final. In lane 1, Marin. Lane 2, Berkeley. Lane 3, Oakland Strokes. Lane 4, Pacific. Lane 5, Newport. Lane 6, San Diego Rowing Club. And Lane 7, Brophy. This is the men's Open 4 final. And we have a start for the men's Open Straight 4 final. This means that these fours do not have a coxswain in them. We will turn the race over to the announcers in the water.
And we will pick up the men's straight four well underway and approaching 1,000 meters in. Right now we've got 3 boats that are well out in front, and that will be Oakland, followed by Newport, and then Marin along the shoreline. Back to them by open water in that 4th place position. It's going to be Pacific leading San Diego just by a couple of seats. That would be the 6th place spot. We'll look to Berkeley High School rowing out of lane 2. They have a slight lead over Brophy in lane 7. But back to the leaders here with 1,000 meters to go. Oakland now by 3 seats over Newport. Newport taking a big jump right here. Stroke ratings coming up. As Marin in lane 1 in that 3rd place position is on the move. So they were behind Newport and Oakland by a little bit of open water, but now Marin has come back into contact with both the Oakland and Newport boats. And now good jump here by Newport. Newport pushing themselves into that lead position, now taking over as the leader 3 seats over Oakland. Oakland now with maybe 1 seat of open water over Marin. Marin in 3rd. This is a final only, last 750 meters here. Pacific in 4th, bow to stern over San Diego. Berkeley High School in 6th, Brophy in 7th. Newport and Oakland trading back and forth for that lead position. Right now, very slight advantage going to Newport. Newport at a 38. Oakland matching them also at a 38. Final 500 meters here. Grand final for the men's straight 4. Leaders are going to be Newport, Oakland, and then Marin with Pacific chasing.
This is the men's straight 4 final as Newport and Oakland Strokes are battling it out for that gold medal position. Marin currently sitting in 3rd in lane 1 with Pacific in 4th. It looks to be Newport though that's in the lead over Oakland Strokes. Marin still in 3rd, Pacific 4th, and San Diego in 5th. Newport will take the win here over Oakland in 2nd, and Marin secure that final podium position. Pacific will take 4th, followed by San Diego. Berkeley currently sitting in 6th place, and Brophy in 7th. We are currently lining up for the men's varsity 4 final. Newport in lane 1, Capital, lane 2. Oakland Strokes, lane 3. NorCal in lane 4. Pacific in lane 5. Marin in lane 6. And River City in lane 7.
And we have had a clean start in the grand final for the men's varsity 4 with 7 boats on the course. They are currently approaching 500 meters in. Quite a bit of overlap between all crews. No one that has really separated themselves at all from this pack. So as they come up to me where I'm sitting at 500 meters, our early leader is going to come out of lane 2. That is Capital Crew. Capital sitting 2 seats right now over Newport. And Newport now bow to stern over Oakland. But Oakland looking at a big push by River City and then Marin. River City and Marin right next to each other. They are sitting just in front of Pacific. So Pacific in 6th and then NorCal in that 7th place spot. So tight racing here, lots of overlap, lots that will change between now and the 1,000-meter line. But what is clear is that Capital has continued to inch themselves forward, now sitting 4 seats over Newport. Really nice challenge here right now between River City and Marin for that 3rd or 4th place position. Just as I said that, I'm going to give the advantage to Marin in lane 6. They pushed themselves up 2 seats over River City and are now in that 3rd place position, possibly coming up to challenge Newport for 2nd. And there they are, Marin now almost even with Newport, River City right with them. Oakland fading back to 5th. Oakland sitting bow to stern over Pacific, and Pacific bow to stern over NorCal. Not quite at 1,000 meters, and there it goes with open water for Capital. Capital sitting with just a few inches of open water over Newport, with Marin right off of Newport's lead. Newport pulling themselves up to bow to stern advantage over River City, and then Oakland right there with River City. Tremendous racing here by these guys. These boats are so fast. On a national level, they would all be extremely competitive, and that's what we're going to see later on at the Youth National Championships. 3 of these boats will qualify to go to that event in Princeton, New Jersey, and right now, Capital Crew making a statement showing their speed. A little bit of open water for them over Newport. Newport still holding off Marin, but now Marin pushing themselves a little bit farther away from River City and Oakland. Top 3 boats all clocked at 36 strokes a minute. Capital just getting a little bit more boat run. They've got lots of power and height in that boat. That is a big boy's boat. They have pushed themselves out to 2 seats of open water, and right now they are sitting 2 seats of open water over Marin. Marin pushing themselves into that 2nd place position, overtaking Newport. Going to be a race down to the wire though for those medals. Marin sitting with that silver medal right now, but Newport just off of their stern deck. And now Oakland turning it on. Oakland in that fourth place position, overtaking River City for fourth. Pacific in fifth, right next to NorCal. NorCal in sixth. But keep your eye on lane 6, Marin, and lane 1, Newport. It is capital for the gold, but right now too close to call between Marin and Newport, silver or bronze. Let's turn it over to the finish line and you on the shore to bring these guys in. Grand final for the men's varsity 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching the final of the men's varsity 4. Capital in lane 2 over Marin in lane 6. And Newport in lane 1. Capital will take the win here. Newport chasing down Marin. Newport passes up Marin for that second place position. Marin will take third. Oakland Strokes in fourth, River City fifth, followed by Pacific and NorCal. Teams are currently lining up for the women's Novice 8 final. In lane 1, Marina Aquatic Center. Lane 2, Newport. Lane 3, Marin. Lane 4, Pacific. Lane 5, Oakland Strokes. And lane 6, Seabase Rowing. And we have a start for the women's Novice 8 final. We'll turn it over to the announcers in the water for the official race call at around the 500-meter mark.
And we've had a clean start in the grand final for the women's novice 8. We've got 6 boats on the water right now, approaching 500 meters in. Still a good amount of overlap between boats. We'll let it shake out just a little bit and come back with the race call at 500 meters. Traditionally strong in this event, the advantage right now at 500 meters in will go to Marina Aquatic Center. Marina looking for that lead by 1 seat right now over Oakland Strokes. These top 2 boats already with a full boat length over the remaining 4 crews. In the 3rd place position, we're going to move to lane 2. That is Newport. Newport sitting 5 seats over Marin, and Marin sitting 3 seats over Seabase Rowing. Seabase 3 seats over Pacific. So Pacific in 6th. Seabase in 5th. There will be a lot of change back and forth between crews here as we come up to the halfway point. But right now, good racing here between Oakland and Marina for that leader position. As I said before, as we crossed the 500, it was Marina in the lead, but now that lead is going to go over to Oakland. We have them clocked at 36 strokes a minute. Really nice, upright, tall bodies here, quick, clean catches, and that's really doing them well as they approach 750 meters in. Marina in that 2nd place position, but really close to Oakland, so we'll keep an eye on them. They do have 1 full boat length over our 3rd place crew from Newport. Newport now 6 seats over Marin. Marin 3 seats over Seabase. Seabase sitting bow to stern over Pacific, Pacific in 6th. All crews still within contact to each other, no one with open water. So great racing here as we approach the 1,000-meter line. Meters to go. It is Oakland now with the lead, bow to stern over Marina. Marina still sitting 5 seats over Newport, but Newport charging. They have pushed themselves up to a full length now over Marin. Marin still sitting with just a couple of seats over Seabase Rowing. Seabase in 5th, bow to stern over Pacific. The intensity just came up a notch here in this 3rd 500. They know that this is the crucial part of this race. If they want to make a move, they've got to do it now. Oakland sitting now 7 seats over Marina. Marina taking 1 more seat away from Newport. So Newport's still in 3rd. They are looking for a little bit of open water over Marin and Seabase. And I'm looking at Seabase Rowing out in lane 6, now sitting with 1 seat over Marin. So Seabase in 4th, Marin in 5th, Pacific back by 1 length in 6th. As hard as they try, Oakland still cannot get that open water lead away from Marina. Marina always with a good novice crew here. They are trying as hard as they can to see if they can take away a little bit of that lead that Oakland has. They're still sitting with a few seats over Newport. Newport charging hard to see if they can take away a little bit of that lead from Marina and Oakland. And now Seabase moving themselves 2 seats over Marin. Seabase in 4th, Marin in 5th. A little bit of open water back will be Pacific in 6th. Last 500 meters, it is Oakland in a gold medal position, followed by Marina with Newport right on their tail.
This is the final of the women's novice 8. As Oakland Strokes is walking away from the rest of the field in lane 5. The real race now between Marina and Newport. Marina and Newport fighting for that silver medal position. Marina pulling even with Newport. Newport and Marina. And the advantage may go to Marina in second, Newport in third. It's definitely a photo finish. Seabase takes fourth, followed by Marin and Pacific. Crews are lining up for the women's lightweight 8 final. Newport in lane 1, Marina Aquatic Center in lane 2, Oakland Strokes in lane 3, Long Beach Junior Crew in lane 4, Marin in lane 5, Redwood Scullers in lane 6. And we have a start for the women's lightweight 8 final. Top 3 finishers from this race will receive an automatic invitation to compete at the Youth National Championships.
We have had a clean start to the grand final for the women's lightweight 8 with 6 boats currently racing just past 250 meters. We'll come back with the race call at the 500. All boats now past 500 meters, and we've got a lot of overlap between crews as we're looking at 6 boats almost right across with our leader just by a slight margin coming out of lane 2. That is Marina Aquatic Center. Marina Aquatic Center sitting 2 seats over Newport in lane 1, Newport 2 seats over Oakland Strokes in lane 3. So top 3 boats there, Marina, followed by Newport, and then Oakland. Now back to Oakland by just a couple seats. It's going to be Long Beach in that 4th place position. They have 3 seats over lane 6, Redwood Scullers, and Redwood Scullers 1 seat over Marin in lane 5. All boats now approaching 750 meters. Big move here by Newport. They were sitting in 3rd, but now they have pushed themselves into the lead. They now have 2 seats over Marina. So Newport in the lead, Marina in 2nd, 2 seats over Oakland, Oakland in 3rd, with Long Beach right behind Oakland. Marin and Redwood Scullers even, not quite at 1,000 meters to go. And Newport now 4 seats over Marina. We've got Newport clocked at 36.5 strokes a minute, Marina at 38, and now we're looking at a really big push here by Long Beach as they come up to pull even with Oakland strokes. So Long Beach and Oakland even. Marin now overtaking Redwood Scullers for that 5th place position. Redwood Scullers behind Marin just by about 7 seats. Newport continuing to expand their lead now with 5 seats over Marina. Marina still holding on to that 2nd place position, but with a really quick Long Beach crew advancing. 150 meters to go. Newport still with the lead, followed by Marina, and then Long Beach right there, just a couple of inches in front of Oakland. Newport making a big shift here, pulling themselves up 7 seats now over Marina. Marina still holding off Long Beach. Long Beach 2 seats over Oakland strokes. Marin back by 1 length to Oakland, sitting in 5th. Marin bow to stern over Redwood Scullers. But look along the shoreline here for Newport. Very patient rowing by Newport as they let Marina kind of pull them along and then just shifted into another gear, and they are taking off. It is Newport along the shoreline for the lead, now followed by Marina maybe just by half a seat over Long Beach at 500 meters to go. Oakland right behind them. Final race call here for me. It is Newport in the lead, followed by Marina, then Long Beach, with Oakland on the chase. Marin in 5th, Redwood Scullers in 6th.
This is the final of the women's lightweight 8, with Newport in lane 1 currently in the lead, and a battle for 2nd and 3rd between Marina, Oakland, and Long Beach in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Newport still holding on to that lead. Long Beach making moves for that silver medal position over Marina. Newport will take the win here. Long Beach and Marina side by side. It's too close to call at the finish. Long Beach and Marina 2nd and 3rd, followed by Oakland Strokes in 4th. Marin will take 5th, Redwood Scullers in 6th. And we have a start for the men's lightweight 8 final. In lane 1, Oakland Strokes. Lane 2, Newport. Lane 3, Marin. Lane 4, Seabase Rowing. Lane 5, Long Beach Junior Crew. Lane 6, Marina Aquatic Center. Top 3 finishers in this race will receive an automatic invitation to compete at the Youth National Championships this summer. We will turn it over to the announcers in the water for the race call at the 500.
And here we go to the grand final for the men's lightweight 8. These boats always very, very fast in the Southwest region. We've got 6 boats that are very close to each other this early on. All crews approaching 750 meters, but our leader's going to come out of lane 1. That is Oakland Strokes. So Oakland right now, 1 length over Newport. Newport rowing out of lane 2. They have just a couple of seats over lane 4. Seabase rowing. Seabase rowing in that 3rd place position, but almost even again with Newport. Back to them just by a couple of seats. In the 4th place spot, it's going to be Marin, but with Marina on the outside posing a challenge right now to Newport and Seabase. So again, a lot of movement happening right now. What we do know is that Long Beach is a little bit off the back. They are in that 6th place position, and there's a lot of back and forth right now between many of these crews. Oakland out in front, but then Newport, Seabase, and Marina very close to each other at 1,000 meters to go. Seabase taking a big jump just past 1,000 meters. They've pushed themselves into that 2nd place spot, sitting just a few seats over Marina Aquatic Center. Oakland still in the lead. Seabase in 2nd, Marina in 3rd, 2 seats over Newport, and then Marin in 5th. Long Beach off the back by about a length and a half of open water in 6th. But tight racing here as we come in to the final 750 meters. Oakland continuing with that lead. Marina sitting with their bow ball on the stroke seat of that Oakland boat. 2 seats for Marina over Seabase. Seabase right now pulling themselves up 4 seats over Newport. Newport in 4th. 2 seats over Marin. Oakland looking strong. Again, a lot of boat running power coming out of this boat, but they've got to keep their eye on lane 6, Marina Aquatic Center, traditionally very strong in this event. Final 500 meters, Marina now pushing themselves to 6-seat advantage over Seabase rowing. Seabase now with 5 seats over both Newport and Marin. Newport and Marin even. We'll turn it over to the spectator area for the final 500 meters here. It is Oakland, followed by Marina Aquatic Center, Seabase rowing with Marina and Newport on the hunt.
This is the final of the men's lightweight 8. Oakland Strokes in lane 1, currently in the lead, closely followed by lane 4 Seabase and Marina. All of these photo finishes will be posted on Facebook at Here Now. and we're currently lining up for the men's third Novice 8 final. In Lane 1, Marina. Lane 2, Oakland Strokes B. Lane 3, Oakland Strokes A. Lane 4, Newport B. Lane 5, Capital A. And Lane 6, Newport A. And we have a start for the men's third Novice 8 final. We will turn it over to the announcers on the water for the race call. Quick announcement here that here now on Facebook we'll be posting all the photo finishes from today's races.
And the grand final for the men's third Novice 8 is currently underway and approaching 500 meters in. We've got 6 boats on the water. We've got 2 Oakland Strokes boats in this race and 2 Newport boats. Right now we're looking at Oakland's A boat in lane 3 as our leader. They are sitting with 2 seats over Newport A out in lane 6. Now back to them by 1 length. It's going to be Newport B. Newport B in lane 4 in the 3rd place position. This is a final only, so these guys are racing for medals. And right now, we've got 2 Newport boats that are in the hunt for a medal. That's great news for their program and the future of their varsity. Back to Newport B by a little bit of open water. It's going to be Marina Aquatic Center. They are in that 4th place position, sitting with 2 seats of open water over Oakland B. Oakland B, 1 length of open water over Capital A in lane 5. At 1,000 meters to go, it is Newport just by a couple of seats right now over Oakland A. Now back to them by 1 length of open water. Newport B continues to rock here. 1,000 meters to go, and then here comes Marina in 4th. They have an open water lead over Oakland B. And then off the back just a little bit, but doing really well here is that Capital Crew boat. It is a 2-boat race out here as Newport and Oakland continue to push each other. 750 meters to go. Newport still sitting with that lead of just 5 seats over Oakland. Oakland's got to make a big move if they're going to come up and challenge Newport in the final strokes of this grand final. Again, this is the 3rd Novice 8 grand final. Both Oakland and Newport with 2 boats entered in this event. So they've got a big team, lots of depth. And right now, they're proving that they will be something to contend with next year at the varsity level. Now back to that Oakland A boat. They have about 2 lengths of open water over the second NAC boat. NAC with a good amount of distance between themselves and 4th place Marina, and then Marina 1 length of open water over Oakland B. Capital bringing up the 6th place spot. We'll turn it over to the finish line area for the final 500 meters here of the men's third eight.
This is the final of the men's third Novice 8, as Newport and Oakland Strokes are in a race of their own here. Newport in lane 6 in the lead, followed by Oakland Strokes. Newport B comfortably in that 3rd place position. Newport will take the win here in the men's third Novice 8, followed by Oakland Strokes. Newport's second entry in this race, Newport's B boat in the men's third Novice 8, will take that final podium position, showing the depth of their program. Marina will take 4th. Followed by Oakland Strokes B in 5th, and Capital currently in 6th place. Teams are currently lining up for the women's third Novice 8 final. In lane 1, Marin. Lane 2, Newport. Lane 3, Marina Aquatic Center. Lane 4, Capital. Lane 5, NorCal Crew. And lane 6, Newport B. And we have a start for the women's third Novice 8 final. We will turn it over to the announcers on the water for the race call.
And here we go at the grand final for the women's third Novice 8. Again, this is the future of their varsity programs. If all these girls step up and they bring this level of racing intensity to their varsity programs, those varsity programs are going to be a lot faster. Here we go at 500 meters in. It is Newport. Newport has had just a stellar day out here with the 8s. They're doing a great job now with 5 seats over Marin. So Newport in the lead, 5 seats over Marin. Marin in that second place position, sitting 6 seats over Capital. Capital in third, 2 seats over Marina Aquatic Center. Now those are your top 4 boats. Back to them by open water. It's going to be Newport's B boat in the 5th place spot, sitting 1 seat over NorCal. So NorCal in 6th. $750 meters down, and Newport A trying to separate themselves, move themselves a little bit farther away from Marin, and they've got now 7 seats over lane 1 Marin. Marin looking to push their stern a little bit farther away from Capital. So Marin sitting in second. They have a bow to stern advantage over Capital Crew, and Capital with 3 seats now over Marina Aquatic Center. Newport B still with 2 seats over NorCal, NorCal in 6th. All boats now approaching 1,000 meters to go.
In the women's 3rd Novice 8 final, Newport has a bow to stern advantage over Marin. And they're continuing to build on that lead coming into the final 750 of this race. Top crews right now passing the 500-meter buoy in the women's 3rd Novice 8 final. Newport still in the lead over Marin. Capital Marina are fighting it out for that final podium position. This is the final of the women's third Novice 8 as Newport in lane 2 will take the win here over Marin in lane 1. Capital still 100 meters from the line. Capital currently ahead of 4th place Marina and 5th Newport's B entry in this race. Capital will take 3rd, followed by Marina in 4th and Newport B for that 5th place position. NorCal Crew currently sitting in 6th place. And we have a start for the women's Varsity 4 final. In lane 1, River City. Lane 2, Pacific. Lane 3, Oakland Strokes. Lane 4, San Diego Rowing Club. Lane 5, Berkeley. Lane 6, Marin. And lane 7, North Bay. All crews currently within a bow length of each other in the women's Varsity 4 final. It looks like our early leaders in this race are River City in lane 1 and Marin in lane 6.
And we are just past 500 meters into the grand final for the women's Varsity 4. Right now I'm looking at my leader already by 1 length coming out of lane 1, and that will be River City. River City sitting bow to stern over Oakland Strokes. Oakland Strokes in that 2nd place position, sitting just a few seats over Pacific, and Pacific even with Marin. Marin rowing out of lane 6. Now back to Marin by a couple of seats. It's going to be Berkeley High School. Berkeley High School sitting 2 seats over both San Diego and North Bay. So really close here between all crews, lots of overlap. River City pushing themselves out in front pretty early on. Oakland right off of their stern. Pacific right there, but with Marin, Berkeley High in the chase. It will be River City with their bow first across the line with 1,000 meters to go. They still have a full boat length advantage over Oakland. Oakland popping up that stroke rate just a little bit here, seeing if they can take away a little bit of River City's lead. But River City, very aggressive, clean rowing by that crew. And now we're seeing a move by Berkeley High School pushing themselves into that 3rd place position over Pacific. So Berkeley High just a couple of inches in front of Pacific. Pacific and Marin even. In 6th, we're going to move back to lane 4. That's San Diego. San Diego sitting just 2 seats above North Bay. River City still holding on to one length over Oakland. Oakland sitting bow to stern over both Pacific and Berkeley High School. Too close to call for me right now at 750 meters to go between Pacific and Berkeley High. I'm going to give a slight advantage to Berkeley High, but again, just by maybe half a seat. Bow to stern for Berkeley over Marin, so Marin in that 5th place spot with San Diego on the move in 6th. Back to them by a little bit of open water. North Bay continues in 7th. But great racing heating up between River City, who has led this whole race, and Oakland just off of their stern deck. Look for the real race right now, though, between Pacific and Berkeley High, because those guys are so close to each other. Right now, it's going to be hard to tell who's going to be able to go after that bronze medal. River City along the shoreline in the lead, followed by Oakland, and then right now I'm going to give that advantage to Pacific. Pacific pulling up 1 seat over Berkeley High. Berkeley High, a little bit of open water back to Marin. Marin in 5th, San Diego in 6th, North Bay in 7th. We'll turn it over to the shoreline for the final 300 meters. Grand final for the women's varsity 4.
This is the final of the women's varsity 4, as River City in lane 1 is currently in the lead, followed closely by Oakland. Pacific and Berkeley battling it out for that 3rd place position. It's coming down to the line here as Pacific looks to barely edge out Berkeley for that 3rd place position. And we have a start for the women's open straight 4. In lane 1, Marina. Lane 2, San Diego. Lane 3, Berkeley. Lane 4, Marin. Lane 5, Oakland Strokes B. And lane 6, Oakland Strokes A. We'll turn it over to the announcers on the water for the race call.
All crews now at 500 meters in the women's open four, straight four grand final. So again, straight four to differentiate from the other fours that have been raced today. This is a boat without a coxswain. Ladies are using a steering mechanism attached to the feet and then the power from their starboard or port side blades to keep those boats going straight. They progressed from the heats this morning, and right now we've got one crew out in front, and that's going to be Marina Aquatic Center. Marina leading Marin by 1 boat length. Now back to them by a little bit of open water. In third, it's going to be Berkeley High School. Berkeley High with 4 seats over San Diego. San Diego in fourth. 2 seats of open water for them over Oakland Strokes, and that would be the A boat from Oakland Strokes, and they have about a length of open water between themselves and the other Oakland Strokes entries. So 2 Oakland Strokes boats. Right now the A boat is ahead, the B boat is in that 6th place position. But there goes Marina in lane 1, looking really smooth, confident. I know that they do a lot of pairs training, and that's really showing here in these small boats without the coxswain. So lots of confidence and composure. Just shy of 1,000 meters, they have pushed themselves ahead and looking for a little bit of open water over Marin. Marin as well, probably doing lots of pairs training. They are doing a nice job moving that boat and continuing to push themselves a little bit farther away from Berkeley High School. Berkeley High still sitting in third. 1 length now over San Diego. Marina Aquatic Center and Marin just past 1,000 meters. Here comes Berkeley High and now San Diego. And then both Oakland boats. So Oakland A in that 5th place position, followed by Oakland B. And now Marin putting on a big push, taking away a little bit of space from Marina. At 750 meters to go, Marina continues to hold on to the lead, sitting just 4 seats above Marin. Marin taking that stroke rating up. Bow seat looking across at the Marina boat. She knows exactly where they are. They know that they're within striking distance to see if they can get into a gold medal position, but Marina is not going to let them. Marina still pushing themselves a little bit farther away, sitting bow to stern now over Marin. Berkeley High still continuing in third, back by about 2 or 3 lengths of open water behind Marin. San Diego in fourth, just off of the stern deck of Berkeley High. Oakland Strokes, 5th and 6th. We'll go ahead and turn this over to the shoreline here. This is the grand final for the women's straight four. Marina in that gold medal position, followed by Marin, and then Berkeley High School.
This is the final of the women's straight open four. Marina in lane 1, currently in the lead over Marin in lane 4. Sitting in that 3rd place position is Berkeley in lane 3. Marina will take first, followed by Marin in second. Berkeley Crew secures that final podium position, followed by San Diego and Oakland Strokes A in 5th place. Teams are lining up for the final race of the day, the men's double final. In lane 1, Redwood Scullers. Lane 2, Long Beach Junior. Lane 3, California Yacht. Lane 4, Sarah. Lane 5, Brophy. And lane 6, Tempe Junior. And we are about 500 into the men's double final. We'll turn it over to the announcers on the water for the race call.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at the last grand final of the afternoon here at the 2016 Southwest Junior Rowing Championships. This is the men's double, a Youth Nationals qualifier. And right now we've got 6 boats on the course coming up to 500 meters in. And right now our walkaway leader is going to come out of lane 1. That is Redwood Scullers, already with 1 boat length of open water over our 2nd and 3rd place crew. Right now, 2nd place is going to go to Long Beach Juniors. They're followed by Sarah High School rowing out of lane 4. And then right off of their stern, California Yacht Club, and then Brophy on the other side. So all boats still definitely within contact to each other. A little bit off the pace is going to be Tempe Junior crew in lane 6, but again, still within contact. But Redwood Scullers, really nice power coming out of that boat, excellent catches and lots of boat run. That's serving them well as they come up to 750 meters in. 1 boat length of open water right now over Long Beach, pushing themselves up 2 seats over Sarah High School. Sarah High School sitting in 3rd, 2 seats over Cal Yacht Club. Cal Yacht Club in 4th, sitting 1 seat over Brophy. Brophy bow to stern over Tempe Juniors. Coming into the final 1,000 meters, it is Redwood Scullers. They have continued to hold this lead just by about half a boat length of open water, but Long Beach is surging just slightly ahead of Sarah High School. So Long Beach still in that 2nd place position, but they've closed the gap between themselves and Redwood Scullers. So Redwood keeping an eye on that surging Long Beach crew. They are now bow to stern over Sarah High School. Sarah's still sitting with 2 seats over California Yacht Club, and then Brophy pushing hard, seeing if they can take away a little bit of the lead from the top 4 boats. Tempe Junior is also right there off of the stern deck of the Brophy boat. A little more separation now between boats. Redwood Scullers continuing to hold on to an open water lead, but now just by about a seat over Long Beach. Final 750 meters, Long Beach sitting bow to stern over Sarah High School, and Sarah High now pulling clear of Cal Yacht Club, with Brophy right next to California Yacht Club for that 4th place spot. Off the back just a little bit by open water, it's going to be Tempe Juniors in 6th. But we're hearing some calls coming from the bowmen over in some of the crews. They are really charging right now, coming into the final 500 meters. Redwood Scullers still with a slight bit of open water over Long Beach. Long Beach, 1 seat of open water over Sarah High. And now there's a little bit of overlap between Long Beach and Redwood Scullers. So back into contact for Long Beach with Redwood's lead. Final 500. Sitting just off of their stern deck. 2 seats of open water between Long Beach and Sarah High School. And then Sarah High School with open water between themselves and Cal Yacht Club and Brophy. Slight advantage right now going to Brophy for that 4th place position, sitting maybe 1 seat over Cal Yacht Club. Tempe Juniors in 6th. Final 300 meters here. We'll turn it over to the shoreline for the final of the men's double. Keep your eye on Long Beach. They are on the hunt. They have been in that silver medal position, but they're moving up to challenge Redwood.
All crews now in the men's double final in the last few hundred meters of the race. Long Beach and Redwood Scullers battling it out for that 1st place position. Long Beach raising their stroke rate. Redwood Scullers trying to match them. Long Beach has taken the lead over Redwood Scullers in lane 1. Sarah currently in 3rd place. Long Beach will take the win, followed by Redwood Scullers and Sarah for that final podium position. Brophy takes 4th, and California Yacht and Tempe Junior finish All photo finishes can be seen on Here Now's Facebook page. This is the final race of the day. Thank you for attending. Please take your chairs from the beach and place them up near the path. This is a state park, so we'd appreciate if you can clean up after yourselves.